episode 20 of Sarah's Creative Corner. This is my little corner of the internet where I just chat about all the crafty, creative things that I've been working on over the past week or so. I am coming to you a day late because yesterday I had a wedding that I was attending and that I was helping out with, so I didn't get a chance to record. So here I am on Sunday, and I'll probably post this tomorrow. So yeah, that has kind of been my life over the past week. But I have some acquisitions, I have some finished objects, I have some half-finished objects, and so some whips that we can chat about. We are back here at our in-laws, so probably going to be seeing a lot of this coming up, just because we have lots of events over the weekends that we will be attending. But yeah, that is really it. I guess we can go ahead and dive right in and talk about my first finished object and my only finished object, which is my socks. I think I finished these like earlier in the week, and I really only had just like a few more rows in the toe to do. Did the heel, did all the things. This is the Midwinter sock by Summerly Knits. It is just a 2-color colorwork sock with like a floral motif and a louse stitch throughout the rest of the sock with a forethought heel, I think. And you put in waist yarn and everything. So I finished the pair. I haven't blocked them yet, but I'll probably block them this weekend. I think most, if not all, of the ends are woven in. And I knit these up in KnitPicks Stroll. The bright pink is Pucker, and then the lighter pink is called Dogwood Heather. So that are these guys, and I'm pretty happy with it. They fit, and yeah, nothing to complain about. I'll be intrigued to see how it'll end up after I block them, to see if they like change or anything. So that is my finished object. I'm really happy, and I'm also happy that they fit, at least when I tried on the first one. So that is this. I'm trying to think. I knit the medium size. I can't remember how many stitches that is off the top of my head, and I just went half a needle size up in comparison to or half a needle size down, in comparison to what is called for in the pattern. I think she knits these on a 2, but I just knit these on a regular 1.5 that I knit the rest of my socks on, and I don't find that it was any tighter or anything. I found that with the 2, my gauge was just like a little bit too open for what I would like, but I think Summer is like has a tendency to be a tighter knitter, so that's probably why she sizes up pretty significantly. So that is these guys. And then kind of on the sock train, I showed you, kind of going into the whips, I showed you these guys last week, and last week I think I had just finished the leg and I was just waiting to put the heel in, and I did that, and I finished the entire sock. So this is just a normal vanilla sock. I'm knitting it for my husband. So this is 64 stitches using a 1.5. And I started with magic loop, and then I kind of wanted to venture back into 9-inch circulars. So I did, and I don't notice that my gauge like is any different. I don't notice it like being looser or tighter anywhere. So yeah, 64 stitches, 1.5 on both 9-inch and magic loop, and yeah, it's really it. I did a hot contrast heel, toe, and cuff, and the bare yarn is KnitPicks Hawthorne Bear, and then the main color is Spun Right Round in their Tough Sock in Lovey Dovey, and I think it's a 75-25 base. So yeah, finished these when I was hanging out with one of my friends for her birthday. We were driving down to DC, so that was nice. And I just kitchened her off the toe, and I think wove in most of my ends on the drive down. So that was fun, and I guess that's the first one. And I have started the second one. I have finished the cuff, and I think I'm about halfway done with the leg, maybe a little over halfway. So yeah, nothing too crazy, just going right round and round until I have to do the heel. So that's this guy. I am really I think I talked about this last week. I'm really enjoying the Tough Sock yarn. Maybe 75-25 is my more ideal yarn. It just feels nicer, and it feels like it knits up nicely too. So that's the socks for now. Let me see. Okay. And the next thing that I'm also nearing finishing is this guy. This is my Lento by Jonna, Helin. And this is knit up in Explore Knits and Fibers. They're to the Stars Who Listen colorway, and it's knit up on their Suri lace and their fingering weight, which I can't remember off the top of my head what they call it. So that is this guy. I have finished the sleeve. I just need to bind off. I was lazy, and I've already done, so I'm doing 2x2, or I did 1x1 ribbing, and I've already done the like double knitting. I just need to actually do the actual binding off. But I already cut my length of yarn, and I did the next part where I put my needles in the stitches, and then I'll probably pick up the stitches sometime this week for the underarm. So trying to be productive. But yeah, I knit 87 rows before I did a rapid decrease and did the cuff. So there's a little bit of a change in how I did this. Instead of doing decreases on the sleeve, let me see if I can show you. It's like a pretty straight sleeve, and then I did the decrease and then did the ribbing. I just wanted to try out something a little bit different, and I think it'll look nice. I tried it on, and I'm looking forward to blocking it to see how it will look as well. So just trying to stay on top of finishing this, so then I can have it done for when the cooler weather comes around in the next couple of months, because it's already July. It's like almost August already. So next few months I'll probably be able to wear this. And that is the sweater that I've been working on. I've also been working on my white Russian. I don't have it with me, but I'm almost done with finishing the first sleeve. I'll probably get a couple more rows in. Maybe, I think last time I had like an inch. I didn't even show you. Here it is. I did that much. So like an inch, yeah. And then I did the ribbing. And I think that's kind of where I am with the White Russian, where I just have like about an inch left, and then I'll do the ribbing on that. And I think I'll also extend the ribbing on the sleeves to make it a little bit thicker, and then I'll try to do the other sleeve. So that's my sweater, and I'll pull out my shawl. I did a little knitting on my half and half, and it looks like I lost some stitches, and that's okay. I'll fix those later. Pull it out. All right, and this is my half and half triangles wrap by Purl Soho. I did not get too much done. I think I got, it was like an inch-ish, maybe about half an inch done over the past week. I really fixated on the socks and the sleeve of my White Russian this week. So that's just kind of where I was. I was really busy with like a job transition, so hopefully this coming week will be a little bit calmer. But I have this many more stitches that I need to do a German short row with, and yeah. If anyone doesn't know this pattern, this is the half and half triangles wrap by Purl Soho. There are 2 sizes, and it's free. And I'm knitting it in the called for yarn, which is linen quill, and I'm doing it in pale mushroom, which is like this gray beige, and then I'm also doing it in this pink, which is called rhubarb pink. So just chugging along on this. It's getting pretty tedious to do, but I'm getting there. I've woven in a couple of ends here and there, just to kind of get them out of the way. So that is this one. Nothing too crazy to announce, just slowly working away at it. Yeah, maybe by the end of the summer I'll have this one done. And I definitely won't be casting on another one, at least in the next couple of months. So that is my shawl. And the last work in progress that I have is my test knit that I've been working on. I am nowhere near being done. But yeah, this is my test knit for Sophie from the Knit Purl Girl. It is the Austell tee, and it is going to be a v-neck with like a polo collar and some short sleeves. And it's all over lace, and this is what I have so far. I'm knitting a size, like a few sizes smaller than what is recommended, because I just didn't want as much ease. So I knit to the point in the pattern that says that I should split for the split hem, and I tried it on and it was way too short for me. So I probably need to knit like at least 10 more centimeters or so. So we will see. I really only got this much done, like an inch or so. But yeah, I think it'll be fine. I told Sophie that I won't be able to finish, and she was fine with it. I've always enjoyed testing for her. She's pretty flexible, but I think this will be coming out next weekend. So I'll probably talk about it in the next podcast. Yeah, I probably got just like a couple inches done on it. So I'll probably want to at least finish the body to be able to, I don't know, talk about it. But I am knitting this in Kim Dye's yarn, which is a local-ish dyer to me in Virginia, in her Smoothie fingering base. It is a silk linen base, and the color is Bloody Mary. Just like a really nice red, pretty even, I will say, especially for it being like a plant fiber yarn. Really impressed with that. And I'm knitting it held together to create like a DK-ish weight yarn. And I'm knitting it on size US 6 4mm needles. And the pattern calls for 8mm needles. And it was just not right. So I got gauge at size US 6. That's this one. We'll get it done eventually. I think once I get into the groove of knitting this, it's really nice, because I think last week I had like almost 5 inches done. So I just need to focus on this one so I can actually get it done. Hopefully I can get it done by the end of the summer. That'd be nice. I don't think I'll be able to finish it to submit it into anything, but maybe next year. All right. I think that's all the things that I've been working on. I haven't done any spinning this week, but I do have some plans for some skeins that I showed you last week. I have them right here, actually. So for these guys, these are the, what is it? Little Fiber Co., her cookware club. This is about like 100 yards or so, or 100 grams, about 400 yards. And I realized that I have some magpie nest sport that I have like most of the skein. So I think what I'll do is I will knit up a Harlow hat with that. And I think the pattern only calls for about 30 grams for each of the colors. So I could make 2 Harlow hats. And I'll probably want to make it a little bit longer than what's called for in the pattern. So I think 50-ish grams each should be perfect. And I don't think this will be too itchy on my forehead. It feels kind of rustic, but it doesn't feel itchy. So I think it should be fine for forehead. And yeah, I'll be excited to knit with one of my hand spuns. I think this is the first one that I have been actually happy with to knit with. So that is this. I'm really excited. I'll probably cast that on maybe at the end of the summer. And since I have experience with 2-color brioche knitting now, it should be fine. So yeah, that is kind of like spinning / future plans of my knitting. Then I guess we can go ahead and get into my acquisitions. I guess we can do my monthly one that has been more consistent now. I didn't think I would get this. This is my Homespun House Patreon. I got the minis and the sock set. The sock set is called Sunkissed. Just a yellow and like a speckly blue. And none of the minis are speckly this year, or this month. And then you got these 3 minis. There's no tag on these, so I have no idea what the names are, but I really like this blue one and this pink one. Very fun. So yeah, these are my Homespun House skeins, and this is also 75-25, so I think I should like this base. Her sock sets are 70 grams. I think it's a 50-gram main skein and a 20-gram mini skein. So I should be able to get a pair of socks out of that, especially if I do a contrast heel toe and cuff. So should be good. That is these ones. And then I made a pre-order for Big Little Yarn Co. a while ago when she did her, I I think it was her Sakura collection. It was for the blooming cherry blossoms here and in Japan. And I really liked some of the colors, so I got some yarn and I also got some fiber from her. So the first thing I got is this color. I think that's pretty color accurate back here. It's called Haru, which is spring, and it's just kind of like a sagey green color. I got 4 skeins of it on her British wool alpaca fingering base. It's 20% gray UK alpaca, 40% blue-faced Leicester, 40% Shetland, and it's 2-ply fingering weight. So I got 4 skeins of this. I don't know what I'll knit up, but I think a nice sweater will be good. And I don't have a lot of yarn. I don't think I have any yarn in this color, so I think that'll be fun. So that is the fingering weight that I got. And then I got some Suri from her as well. And this is the Azalea colorway. Ooh, let me focus on the yarn. There we go. So that's Azalea. It's just kind of a cream base with like watercolors. There's like orange, purple, some blue. And this is 75% baby Suri alpaca, 25% silk, and it's lace weight. So I got 4 skeins of this one as well. Some of them are a little bit brighter. Like this one definitely has some more color in it. But that's what you do for, that's why you alternate your skeins. And then the last thing that I got is a braid. I don't even remember what base. Okay, so this is called Yume, which is like dream. And this is a BFL Tussa silk. It's 70% blue-faced Leicester wool, 30% bleached Tussa silk, and it's 3.5 ounces or about 100 grams. And I should like this because I just spun up some BFL and some silk with the kind of orange citrus one that I showed you last week. And I think this one will look really cool spun up. So that is all the things that I have been working on and some of the things that you haven't seen but I talked about. So yeah, I appreciate you watching and I look forward to seeing any comments that might pop up down below. If you want to like and subscribe, you can, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.